Hi folks, welcome to the Prepared Homestead. This is Travis. Thank you all for stopping by to watch. I wanted to jump in here real quick for just an update on something that you might need to be aware of. It may be nothing, but it's something that you probably should at least be aware of. The sun has become very active in the last few days, and there's been some sunspots forming that's been spewing out some solar flares. And the last few were in the C class. For those of you that don't know what a class is on different solar flares, and I am no expert on this. There's A, B, C, M, and then X. A, B, and C are the small ones. Usually you're not even going to notice that they happened here on the planet. M classes can cause some disruptions, especially in communications. X class solar flares are the ones that produce the big CMEs, ones like the Carrington event back in the 1800s, where it caught fire, electrical wires and telegraph lines, the kind that can really just take out the entire grid. This morning in this video, I'm recording this video on a Saturday evening. This morning, the sun spit out an M class solar flare, and there is a CME headed to the earth. Now, don't panic necessarily. It doesn't appear to be something that's going to, wipe out the entire grid and knock us out back to the Bronze Age. There could be certainly some disruption over the next few days. We could see potentially some communication disruptions. Cellular phones, radio, satellites, things like that could be possible. Now, again, I am no expert, but just from the things that I've been reading today, it does appear that there's at least some suspicion. Again, this is suspicion. There's no conclusive evidence that it's possible that NASA is kind of downplaying this. One YouTube channel was showing that the information that NASA was putting out, the satellite imagery and data, was completely missing during the time span of this solar flare that happened this morning. So we're basically just going on what they say. According to them, it was a 4.7 M class, which is pretty significant. Again, it could cause some disruption in communications. The thing is the sunspot that's putting these out is continually growing, and it's pointed directly at us. Again, I'm not trying to scare everyone. I'm not trying to warn everyone. I'm just kind of giving you the information that I'm reading. There is the potential, based on this sunspot that's facing us, that's growing, that's already spit out some flares, there is the potential that it could produce an X-class flare directly at the planet over the next few days. If that happens, it has the potential to be the big one. Again, we don't know. We don't know necessarily. We're only, all this information that we have on something like this that any of us can find is basically information that is controlled by NASA and other government agencies around the world. So we're just basing that on what we're being told. And I understand that many of you think that pretty much everything they say is lies, and you're probably not incorrect in that. But I just wanted to make this video real quick to let you know that it does appear, from everything that I can find, and from the websites and the YouTube channels and stuff that I follow that focus on this, that the sun did produce a fairly good size M class solar flare this morning, and there is a CME inbound to the earth as we speak. Doesn't mean that it's going to knock us back to the Bronze Age. It's not that kind. It could disrupt some communications and things like that, but the sunspot does appear to be growing, and could, in the near future, next day or two or three, could possibly produce a very large X class. So it doesn't hurt to kind of sharpen up, revisit your grid down EMP, CME preparations plans. You know, maybe, you know, some of you might choose to stay closer to home this week. You know, if your plan consists of putting something in a Faraday cage quickly, if you hear about something happening, maybe like a ham radio. I know there's a lot of people that's their plan. If they hear about something happening, they take certain items like ham radios and place them in Faraday cages until it's over. If that's part of your plan, it might not hurt to go ahead and do that just to be on the safe side. Again, I'm not saying that there's this expectation of this, you know, massive CME that's gonna knock us out, but there is that potential over the next week of one being produced of that magnitude, and the one that is inbound has the potential of certainly disrupting, you know, the solar winds and everything. We're spiking pretty high on this one, at least the information that I was able to find. So anyways, just wanted to make a short video to let you folks know that I mean, the sun's been pretty active very recently, and like I said, it's been spitting out in different directions some smaller, you know, B and C class flares, and then this morning spit out an M class and right at us. And again, it does look like that it has the potential, this sunspot could have the potential of producing an X class flare, those are the big ones, folks, the big ones. Anyways, I don't want you all to go panic. Just want you to be aware of it and start taking precautions if you feel that is necessary, if that's within your preparedness plan for events like this. All right, folks, thank you for watching. Catch you in the next video.